The Blue Hens beat Hofstra earlier today for the right to play JMU. Now, right now, the Dukes leading 3-0 in the bottom of the 5th, threatening with runners on 2nd and 3rd right now. And they're going to score some more. There's an RBI single for JMU. It looks like 2 runs are coming home on that play. So make that 5-0 JMU. Now the Dukes scoring 4 runs here in the bottom of the 5th to break this game open. This is definitely a big one. This is the day everyone's been waiting for when it comes to JMU athletics. Well, it's official. James Madison joining the Sun Belt Conference. Now, we received word this afternoon that JMU has officially accepted an invite from the league. This after an important meeting took place this morning in Richmond. 26 years as head coach at Bridgewater. That's now done. What's next for Michael Clark?
He's going to figure it out. I can't say I have a defined plan.
Now, Brian, let's be clear about something right off the start here. JMU squandered a 15-point lead in the second half, and Elon made the big plays and the big shots down the stretch. The Phoenix, they earned this win, but everyone right now, especially in JMU Nation, is talking about the officials and 2 technical fouls that were called against JMU in this 1-point loss.
Now, with all that being said, I will be committing to the University of North Carolina.
Well, the wait is finally over. Tyler Nickel is a Tar Heel. Nickel, a basketball star at East Rockingham High School, will play his college ball at the University of North Carolina, one of the blue bloods of college hoops. For the second straight week, James Madison was locked into a defensive struggle on the road against a conference opponent. And for the second straight week, James Madison was able to make enough plays to come out with a win as the Dukes took down Delaware 22-10 Saturday here in Newark. James Madison and Delaware squaring off for the first time since meeting in the 2018 FCS playoffs. We start with a defensive highlight from the Dukes. MJ Hampton comes up with a huge interception for James Madison in the first quarter. Riverheads is the best team in the area, probably the best team in the state, maybe in all classifications. But Stuarts Draft, they have given them the test, as good a test as anyone else in the area, in the state. So I think these losses for Stuarts Draft, correct me if I'm wrong, they almost tell us a lot of good about Stuarts Draft, even though it's a loss.
TJ, what a game.
Thank you, Nina. I'm here just outside Veterans Memorial Park, the home of JMU softball, the team that has really captured the entire sports world today. That's because the Dukes are down in Oklahoma City for the Women's College World Series, and today JMU got the action started in the first game of the sport's biggest event. Greg, first off, thanks for joining us, and you've been here almost every day at camp so far. Again, this is practice number 7. What's been your biggest takeaway from the start of fall camp for the Dukes so far?
Yeah, TJ, good to be with you. I think first and foremost, it's the depth. I think you look at this roster, they are deeper than what they were in the spring. It starts with the defensive line and in the secondary.
With Saturday's victory here in the state championship game, Riverheads has now won 50 games in a row. According to Max Preps, that means Riverheads now has the longest current winning streak in the entire nation. Covering the VHSL Class 1 State Football Championship in Salem, TJ Eck, WHSV Sports. JMU Board of Visitors met here at the Festival Conference and Student Center on JMU today and approved a plan just moments ago for JMU to pursue joining the FBS and making a move to the Sun Belt Conference. Well, perhaps lost in all of the news surrounding JMU athletics in regards to the Sun Belt move and the CAA championships, you might have forgotten that the Dukes had an actual football game Saturday afternoon here at Bridgeforth Stadium. Before the game, JMU student athletes, including the football team, gathering on the field. Chants of "Let us play" heard from both the student athletes and fans in response to the CAA decision to ban the Dukes from championships the rest of the academic year. Let's get to the football now. JMU striking first in this one. Early first quarter, Cole Johnson, 25-yard TD pass to Chris Thornton. Amadi's dunk in the final seconds was the exclamation point on an incredible comeback win by JMU Saturday afternoon here at the Atlantic Union Bank Center, a game that the Dukes only led for 1 minute and 31 seconds. Joined by one of the most popular men in JMU Nation right now, that's Athletic Director Jeff Bourne. Jeff, I know this is an exciting day for James Madison. With a nearly empty stadium, JMU's season opener on Saturday didn't quite feel like a normal JMU football game day, but when the game kicked off, the Dukes looked like the team that we have come to know over the last few years. For the second time in 3 years, the East Rockingham boys basketball team finishes as VHSL Class II state runner-up. JMU leading 2-1. OK State runners on second and third. Squeeze play. Odyssey Alexander Fields dives and gets the out. Incredible play by the JMU pitcher. Another look. One of the best plays you'll ever see. Second overtime. Broadway's Landon Stuhlmiller going for the touchdown, but he's picked off by Sam Schickel, who had fumbled in the first OT, making up for it big time right there. Leads to this. A top 3 nominee. Quintanilla powering his way in for the score. That's the game winner. Turner Ashby 27-21 in double overtime tonight. Duke's still up by 1. Molson on the attack. Acrobatic shot, it drops, and Duke's up by 3. Same score. JMU with a chance to ice it with free throws in the final seconds, but it's no good. One last chance for UVA. Franklin from about half court, the heave to tie it. No good. And the student section storms the court. James Madison, for the first time ever, beats UVA 52-49. Historic night at the Atlantic Union Bank Center. Johnson again. Looks like he gives it to Latrell Palmer. Fools everyone, including our camera, but there's Johnson breaking off a 36-yard touchdown run. That gave the Dukes some breathing room, putting them in front 19-10. But this one they did. Caden Swartley blasts one to center. But check out the play by Souters, ranging back. One of the best catches you'll see all spring. We're not done yet. Buckingham deep in Strasburg territory. It's a fumble. Rams recover. Incredible. That would lead to Jonas Zimmerman setting up for a field goal from about 34 yards out. It's up, and it is good. Strasburg leads 22-19. This one goes to extra innings, tied at 3. Top of the 8th, Kate Gordon, the Page County native from the Valley, at the dish. She's been struggling in the postseason, but here launches one to left, and it is gone. JMU's all-time home run leader delivers the biggest long ball of her career. Jalen Lee is a star on the diamond at Eastern Mennonite University.
For us as a baseball program, and even as to a wider scale as a university, he means a lot to as much as anybody's meant since Eric Kratz.
Lee led the Royals in hits, home runs, triples, RBI, and batting average during the 2021 season, and he's carried his strong play over to the summer in the Valley Baseball League. TR's ability earned him the opportunity to pitch collegiately at Virginia Tech, and playing pro baseball right out of high school is even a realistic option. But earlier this year, baseball became a secondary concern for TR as he began an unexpected fight for his life.
I was asking the doctors, is he going to die on me, And, they said, Mr. Williams, he is in bad shape.
As a standout player for a struggling program, transferring was an option for Lewis. He says he even thought about leaving JMU.
I mean, it was in my mind, I'm not going to lie. It was something I struggled with really after my sophomore year, just because, you see a lot of guys doing it.
With his success at JMU in the Cape Cod League and in the RCBL, DeLauder is seen as a pro prospect with the potential of being selected within the top 5 rounds of next year's MLB draft. But not before he plays another season at James Madison next spring.
I want to win. We have such a good team, and we haven't really got to show it yet with COVID and taking time off and games getting canceled. I'm excited to see what happens if we get in a groove.
Now, while DeLauder's pro future is as a hitter, he's a two-way player. He serves as a left-handed pitcher also at JMU, where he's thrown 22 innings for the Dukes, and he's even pitched a couple innings this summer in the Cape Cod League.